also southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Southern California. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Right to the air is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play. Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Jackson now. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. throw is Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Khalil Mack, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he's going to go down again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if he's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Chargers.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Good position to be in here, second and inches. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's now second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert being chased down left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Open man is Duvernay. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open just a little underneath route to pass, trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch. Pick up really nice yardage.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. Finding room in the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. No. Let's go. What's left?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. And Jackson throwing once more. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert now. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here we go now on 1st and goal. To the air again, Herbert. They'll roll him out right. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. This is caught. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Ready up! We got Nick! We got Nick!
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Ravens nothing.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find finding someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure on the passer.
And he's got it to about the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 40 now on second down. Herbert Williams brings it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Touchdown. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
The score, Chargers 14, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Justice Hill on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Real quick, ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. On the return, Carter. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. 13 yards remaining on second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Raven offense set up the line for this next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Jackson on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry! 79!
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. He's got room at the 30. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On first down, it's Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Herbert throwing again. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
The extra point up and good, and it's now 21-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Justice Hill on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory. No one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on offense knows it'll sting a little worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be a third and about 13. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Jackson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers, and stops from one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson. That one complete to Prochet. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. You want to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! 19 Lion!
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
GG's, bro.
Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
And the Chargers.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And this was truly a total team effort on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely